Carla Rieger is a popular keynote speaker, a creativity catalyst, corporate consultant, motivator, actor, and author.
And then there was Carla. We were laughing, we were crying. Fantastic.
He was done and he had to give them a fine and everything. They all hugged him. Here's what you do. You get up out of your chair and you go over to somebody you work with and go, "What's good?" And get some information from a few people. You go, "Thank you." And then you go back to work.
Here's another cheat you can use. You can make it up. They'll never know. You can say, "Yeah, I read this diet book last night. I woke up in the morning, 20 pounds going."
Sorry, this is a true story. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, apparently it was such a tense interaction with the Russian and the American delegates, and they couldn't solve the issue. And it was like maybe World War III, right? It was very intense. And at one point, the negotiations stopped completely, and there was silence in the room. And finally, one of the Russian delegates stood up and he said, "I think we should just all go around and tell a joke." And they all went. And he said, "Okay, I'll start." He said, "What is the difference between capitalism and communism?" He said, "In capitalism, man exploits man, and in communism, it's the other way around." And it made everybody laugh, and then they got on with the negotiation, and they sorted it out. And some people think that is the reason there was no World War III. Right there. So it's a tension diffuser, right?
The idea is to get the other person's feet to move. Ready? 17 seconds, go.
Put both hands in the air, just kind of stretch up a bit, and say these words very loudly and proudly. "I'm exhausted."
Maybe you should reinvent your career and be governor of California or something like that. My expertise is the art of reinvention.
Now I teach people about how to create their life as a work of art, how to choose a creative mindset in everything they do, whether they're a receptionist, a janitor, or a CEO.
You can't actually grow and learn as a leader unless you're making mistakes, unless you're stretching yourself. But on the other hand, there are ways to avoid some of them.
She is real, she is genuine, and she brings to the table wonderful information that you can actually take home, use, apply to your life and livelihood.
She approaches life with great humor, and she makes change feel easy and something anyone can do. I love her approach, it's quite unique.
I was so incredibly impressed by how she could bring a powerful message to a group that was fun and engaging and humorous, but always brought really powerful tools forward.
As a speaker, I just find her to be so dynamic and humorous and brilliant in the way that she weaves her stories and her messages together.
Roller coaster, right? They go, "No, you should go on and give it a try. There's one thing that makes all the difference." And I said, "What's that?" And they said, "Let go of the handlebar." Go ahead. And I said, "I am not doing that. I am going to get sucked out of that thing. I'm going to fall 40 feet to my death. You've got to be kidding." They go, no, it really works. Trust us. It's great. It totally changes the whole run." So they buy me. They buy me a ticket. They put me in line for the front car, and then they leave me there. And they go, they buy corn dogs. They're sitting there eating their corn dogs and watching me on a park bench. So I'm standing there in line. I'm in my little corporate business suit with all the 12-year-olds in the lineup, kind of, waiting for my turn, thinking, "Oh, this is so dumb. I'm not that afraid of a roller coaster. This shouldn't be too hard, really." And all the, the cars would come out, the people in front would get in. It would take off, and I'd see, and they'd go down, and I'd hear these blood-curdling screams, and the whole cars would come back, and I swear to God, there'd be like 2 people missing. And I was starting to freak out. So the ride takes off, and it starts to go up the hill, and it makes that little sound. And my friends are down there going, 1, 2, 3. There is a structure to creating doubt and fear. There is a structure to creating faith and positive focus.
We all have within us the creative side, but I think we all have a lot of fear about it, and our trick is to recapture that artist as an adult and put it into our life's work. And if we don't, that it becomes destructivity. You really have to keep seeing, am I being creative for creativity's sake, or am I doing it for a higher purpose, for the higher good?
And I do a lot of surveying in organizations, and I often ask this question. I said, what do you think is the difference between someone in an organization who totally is happy and centered during a massive hurricane of change, as opposed to the person who gets freaked out because somebody moved the stapler from one end of the office to the other? And you know what it is, really? It's the little habits, the habits of letting go and presencing yourself so that you know what to do next.